All right, here we go, guys. I went ahead and finished up the electrical today. If you kind of check down here, kind of runs all the way up into there. That was a complete pain to do because over in this wall, hitting the exterior, the peak of my roof it actually sits right there. So I had to do this really funky, obscure positioning to actually get down in there and be able to drill down in. But as you see here, I'm doing something a little different. I have my traditional electrical right here, but if you look right here, I'm actually going to be pulling in a couple HDMI cables. My screens, also USB extensions. That's going to actually be active powered extensions, so I'm actually going to be putting in another electrical outlet in the attic itself and powering the USB as it's transformed because it's coming over the ceiling onto the other side of the room here, and you can kind of see I pulling in like the HDMI, and we got another outlet over here. But I'm going to pull in my HDMI cables over to here, and basically the rack is going to be sitting right over in this section, and my computer monitors and keyboard and stuff is going to be over there. So it's going to be a really unique setup. I'm really looking forward to it. The rack itself, which let me step through here, is right here. So I'm going to be filling this up, putting all my actual stuff into it. So that should be pretty interesting. Should be pretty interesting indeed. But yeah, that's what we got. The door here, I went ahead and got the door handle. So just step right in. Comes right in. Boom. Snap shut. Really nice, clean. Everything looks nice. Here is the actual 220 volt, 30 amp that is going to power the whole rack. Now, most of my stuff will be running off of that, but the stuff that's needs battery backup, such as my main PC, streaming PC, internet, those types of things, I'm actually going to feed all the stuff from inside the house into here as well. So everything is going to be sitting in this room. It's going to be extremely awesome when I'm finished, but it is really coming along. Today was a very difficult day just because I had ran into a lot of issues. And on the electrical, let me come back here. On the electrical panel, I actually added the extra breaker, but that ended up being a 20 amp breaker when I grabbed it from the store and didn't realize I was using 14 gauge wire. And it just didn't look right when I was putting it in. And I double checked my city's code. And sure enough, 14 gauge wire is rated for 15 amps at 110 volts. And that means I can't use a 20 amp breaker. So I ended up going back to the store, switching it out from the 20 amp to the 15 because fire safety is important and staying up to code is also important. So I went ahead and switched that out. But that was kind of a setback. And then having this crazy idea about putting all of the PCs in the rack and then being on the other side of the room also kind of set things back a little bit. But in the end, I think it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm going to have this very minimalist desk where I come in, it's a walk-in desk. Everything will just be sitting there, be able to produce videos and have everything just at a drop of a button, but have a very, very clean setup. But that's kind of where we're at. I just wanted to give you guys an update. Everything's progressing really well, but some of my OCD got the better of me, and then also having some more of these ideas as I did the project, also kind of pushing it back. So not going to make the July 1st deadline. It's looking more like the end of the first week in July before I get to actually move-in ready. But overall, very, very happy with everything. Just doing the USB extension and the HDMI cables is a little risky just because you could have a bad cable. And when that happens, that really, really sucks. But at the same time, I went ahead and just split the USB cable in half, and then I'm going to actually power the second half using an active USB cable connection, just because I really like extension cables, especially when you're going past like 10 feet on a USB, especially on USB 3, you really need to actually have an active or a powered basis to really boost it. And I'm going to be going about 21 to 25 feet as far as the run goes. And with that, I wanted to make sure I had enough stuff because I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff at my computer with USB, and I didn't want any shenanigans happening. So that's why I opted to do that. Yes, it's going to add a lot of time, but man, at the end, it's going to be beautiful. So I just want to update you. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, and I'll reply back to every comment you leave. And I just want to thank you guys for the support and hanging in there. I do have a bunch of videos coming out this week, and I'm going to get back to posting all those video ideas. It's just happening so quick and trying to get all those videos out that I haven't had time to really get the feedback that I've wanted, and I'm going to post my video ideas coming up and get all your guys' feedback on those. So I'm going to try and pick that back up next week, as next week is mainly walling and painting, which I absolutely hate both those, so there's not going to be any creative licenses I might take to really go down a different avenue. The walls will be probably gray because I don't really care about that. I'm more concerned about the electronics and low voltage stuff. So with all that laid out, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be completely awesome. And a big thank you guys. Again, without your support, I couldn't do any of this and make the videos I want to make. So thank you.